Hendrik Baird, SA or Gay SA radio station manager, joins us now. Hendrik, thanks so much for your time. How much control do you have in terms of who comes in or out of this country?
We certainly do not. That rests with the Minister of Home Affairs. And according to the Immigration Act, he does have some leverage as to who he can allow or not allow into the country. It does specifically say that somebody who promotes hatred and social violence may be stopped by the minister. So, a U.S. citizen does not need a visa to come into South Africa, but certainly a gentleman like this who is coming to work, he is a pastor and is coming to preach, certainly needs work visas and so on. So there are legal ways for the minister to ban him from coming to the country.
All right, now the 60,000 or so signatures that you've collected is an indication of support, one for the protection of our constitution and the right of association or orientation. So having done that, you submit this to Home Affairs, and then what happens?
We had a meeting with the minister on Monday where we submitted this, and then he was not sure, or he did not have all the information at hand to say, and that's why Mr. Anderson is of the opinion that he cannot be banned. But what we did is we informed the minister of this gentleman and his very terrible beliefs, really, that all gay people should be executed, really, and that we are all pedophiles, and the most horrific things that he says. So the minister did not have all that information, and then we were given an opportunity to present a dossier of evidence to him on which he will then make his decision.
All right, but what are your fears, for whatever reason, hypothetically speaking, if Stephen Anderson were to make his way on the 18th of September in the country?
Our laws protect the rights of LGBTI people, but the laws don't necessarily translate to action on the ground. And as we know, there's so much hate and homophobia, the rape of lesbians, violence against LGBTI people. And what we're so scared of is, in the light of the Orlando shootings some months ago, that this could lead to social violence. This could lead to an upsurge against LGBTI people and, the killing of people, which is obviously something we do not want.
Yeah, but we also have international bilateral agreements in terms of travel and ease thereof of global citizens, in that he could easily slip into the country. So what do you do then? I mean, what is the expectation should the Home Affairs Minister find that he's limited in preventing Mr. Anderson to come in the country?
Well, we think we have a very strong case, and based on our conversations that are ongoing with the department, it seems that we're moving in the right direction, and that the minister will take the right decision to say, he would stay in the transit lounge for 2 days and not come in. Should he be allowed into the country, like the minister said, he can be a tourist, he can go to the beaches, he can go to the Kruger National Park. He's most welcome, beautiful country, and we are most welcoming to visitors in that regard. But if he's coming here to work, in other words, to preach or to shoot a documentary, which one of these people are coming to do, then certainly they need the relevant documents for that, which apparently they don't have.
Okay, have you spoken with his hosts in the country around your concerns about Mr. Anderson's visit?
We are not quite sure exactly who the hosts are. We do have some names, and we've been investigating exactly who they are and what they're doing. Certainly, Pastor Brochart from Cape Town seems to be opportunistic now and jumping onto the bandwagon. But what I've been doing specifically is to find out, what his plans are, and then alerting the shopping centers, the restaurants, the hotels and so on, that this man was coming, and they then promptly cancelled his booking because they are obviously in support of South Africans and their rights, and not for a hate monger like this.
Yeah, but having this disdain of a behavior from Pastor Anderson, how far back does this take us in dealing with issues of acceptance?
Well, this is the main problem. I mean, this is going to set us back decades. It's going to take us back to the 60s when it was illegal to be gay, and you could go to prison. I mean, we've come so far. Our constitution is such a brilliant one. We have equal rights under the law. Gay people can get married and so on. And to use the religion as an excuse to go back on that and to say, well, because some ancient text says, and to misread it and to misinterpret it as well, and just say, I don't know any gay people, but if this book says everybody's pedophiles, must be true, and therefore they need to be executed. That is just barbaric.
All right, when do you expect the minister to make the announcement?
We did follow up today and made sure that they did receive the document. They are working on it at the moment, and we saw an interview with the minister today that said he would make that decision early next week.
All right, thanks so much. Hendrik Baird, he is a Gay SA radio station manager. It's an online radio station. They've collected 60,000 signatures to petition the prevention of having Steve Anderson come into the country, the homophobic US pastor who's posted on YouTube a very, very disdain message around a human, or rather the Home Affairs Minister.